It's Tuesday, April 27th, 2021. We got some of our biggest press coverage ever yesterday, but was it good? Get ready. Let's go. Guys, it's Tuesday. You know what that means? It's only 2 days until the Africa Special. I'm excited about this, not just because I get super hyped about developments in Cardano, which I do, but I'm excited about this because I think there are currently some missing puzzle pieces, and we're going to find out about some of those on Thursday. I think there are parts of the Cardano Pan Africa strategy that we don't fully know about yet. And I think we're going to find out about those on Thursday. We've seen little hints here and there. I've tried to cover them on this channel, but I think a lot of puzzle pieces are going to come together on Thursday. To me, I think it might be akin to watching the end of a murder mystery. You know, those like Scandinavian murder mysteries on Netflix. And these would be like watching the end of one of those where you're like, I knew it was that bastard. I knew that bastard killed the girl. I think it might be like that, where we're going to be like, I knew these guys were going to do that. That's great. Fantastic. So excited for Thursday. Only 2 days away, guys. Item number one, at the Ada Ape had a great post here. And he made a point that I don't think people have really thought about yet. His post was, geez, that network effect, hashtag Ethereum, seems like it's a really strong protection against competition from BNB, doesn't it? I wonder what will happen when a decentralized protocol based on cutting edge science goes live and not just as centralized copy and paste, hashtag Cardano, ADA. So what is he talking about here, guys? So here's a chart that he posted, he or she posted. And this is a chart about daily transactions in Binance Smart Chain versus Ethereum. You can see business as usual, going back to 2017, Ethereum doing its thing, almost complete monopoly on smart contracts. Then we get to September 2020, Binance Smart Chain launches. All of a sudden we see daily transactions up until 2021, January 31. From there until March, we see this gigantic spike. Why? Because Binance Smart Chain is usable. It's usable. Same thing with active addresses. Ethereum, gigantic spike back here in 2017 during the ICO craze. Down, and then climbing. But same thing, September BSC launches, and by January or March 31, 2021, we see this gigantic spike actually exceeding Ethereum on this chart. The ADA Ape is very subtly making the case here that Binance Smart Chain, the idea of it is often met with derision from the hardcore crypto community because it's centralized. Like, I think even people who use Binance as an exchange, they don't necessarily want Binance running the centralized chain that all of our smart contracts operate on. So when Cardano comes to market, we might have this kind of spike, but even more. And I personally hope that's the case, but we'll see. Speaking of puzzle pieces coming together, so we've known for a long time that Charles was mentioning already having or trying to get a deal with a large mainstream, well-respected publication to cover the Africa bird landing. Yesterday, when you're watching this, we saw Forbes come out with a brand new interview with Charles entitled Cardano, an Ethereum founder, analyzes the newest evolutions in crypto and blockchain technology. I'm sure Charles wishes they left out and an Ethereum founder. I do too, but what can we do? So a couple of things jumped out at me. So this was good coverage. This was good, positive coverage. It was not the kind of horribly biased coverage we've seen recently and covered in this channel on Cardano. A couple of things jumped out at me. The first thing was Charles did a really good job of explaining why a bonded staking system like in Ethereum is at a huge adoption disadvantage versus a liquid staking system like in Cardano. And I mean, this is common sense. I think probably a lot of us, when we first heard about Cardano, were partly attracted to it when we heard about the staking part of Cardano because we realized you didn't have to lock up your ADA to stake, right? There's not really a minimum and you don't have to lock up your ADA. This is kind of a black and white binary thing. It's just better. It's better for the user. If your system suffers from certain handicaps and requires lockups and minimums for everything to work, that's okay, but it's just better if it doesn't. Cardano staking is better in this respect. Charles also paints a very vivid picture of a possible Wi-Fi moment in the future for Cardano. Some unifying thing, right? It's like, it doesn't matter if I have a MacBook or a PC or a Chromebook, they'll all work when I walk into a building and I want to use the Wi-Fi. Or I'm at my friend's house and I want to use the Wi-Fi. They'll all work. They can all access the internet via Wi-Fi. Charles thinks that we're going to have a Wi-Fi moment in crypto and we'll end up with this internet of blockchains. In that case, he points out that people aren't going to want to use the blockchain where their chosen dApp, the dApp they want to use, is more expensive to run. All those dApps are going to be run on the less expensive systems that do the same job. The most expensive systems to operate on will be priced out of the game in this future interoperable internet of blockchains. I thought it was also interesting at the bottom. He points out, who he thinks are his biggest competitors. Not surprisingly, he names Algorand and Avalanche, talking about Emin Gün Sirer, Silvio Macaulay. I think we already kind of knew that. But a great article by Forbes. I have a feeling we're going to see coverage of the Africa Bird landing either on Thursday or Friday from Forbes. Finally, item number 4, we saw IOHK. IOG now, even though the Twitter handle is still at Input Output Hong Kong. I like it that way. I'll always remember you as IOHK. We saw them drop a new trailer for the Africa Special. This one's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. It features recorded footage, looks like all in Africa, as you can see here from the Addis Ababa University building there. There's a narrator to this trailer. It's a short trailer. It's like 1 minute and 25 seconds. But there's a narrator, and at a certain point early on in the video, in the first half of the video, the narrator says, "We're partnering with African governments, plural." That was plural governments. This is getting exciting. There have been a lot of little hints that IOHK actually has deals with multiple African governments, or they're very close to clinching deals with additional governments beyond just Ethiopia. And I think this is a sign. That IOHK is pretty confident they're going to have multiple partnerships across Africa. I like this kind of stuff. It gives us an idea of what this thing looks like. I mean, we've heard these projections like, hey, this Ethiopian deal could onboard the 5 million people in Addis Ababa. But additional deals could onboard 100 million people over the course of the next 5 to 10 years. This is very significant. If you're new to the crypto world, we don't really have real world users. I mean, we do. People used to pay me in a brick and mortar business I had. People used to pay me in crypto back in the day. And then crypto stopped scaling. It stopped scaling. Network congestion produced transaction fees that were too high. And now, at a certain point, actually, years ago in the past, people stopped paying me in crypto because it wasn't worth it anymore. So there has been real world use of crypto as a currency, but not like this. There haven't been 5 million people using crypto because it was the only way for them to attain economic identity. That's never been the case. Like when people paid me with crypto in the past, it was kind of a novelty. They were like true believers. They really believed in crypto and they knew that I did. And so it was kind of like a novel thing that they found a willing party to do crypto transactions with. And they were paying me for a real good or service, but it was a novel thing. It was a novelty. That isn't going to be the case with this Africa deal. This is going to be the first time some of the people acquiring economic identity through Cardano, this is going to be the first time it's been really available to them. This is special. To me, the true test of a crypto project is whether it can do something that the legacy systems can't do, or falling short of that, something it can do better or more efficiently than the legacy systems can do. Cardano and this deal in Ethiopia fits into that first category. Cardano is actually going to be able to do something that the legacy systems have never done and probably wouldn't do for a really long time. Let's face it, the banks haven't exactly been making great strides at the whole bank the unbanked thing, right? They're more like, let's make as much money as possible off the people who are already banked. So I'm really excited for this because it fits into my definition of whether or not a crypto project is actually doing something useful, actually doing something that you couldn't do in the absence of blockchains and crypto. Super excited for this. You know, it's 2 days away. I'll see you on Thursday, but I will also see you tomorrow.